the cheapest tripod on Amazon. Or at least it was when I purchased it. It was $12.94 at the time, and currently it is at $17 or $18 depending. So it's a little bit more than I paid for it, and there are some cheaper tripods on Amazon, but this is definitely one of the cheapest, and this is the Amazon Basics tripod for photography. And I do want to apologize ahead of time. I know this video is a few days late. It is midterms week, so all last week I was studying. Over the weekend I was studying, and I've been studying all week, so this video definitely is a few days late, and I apologize for that. But let's talk about this tripod, you guys. So as you can see, it comes in this handy dandy little case. It's pretty tiny, super lightweight. I really like this tripod for hiking, as we discussed in my tripod video, the importance of tripods. So let's take a look at it, because generally you don't see the tripod because my camera is sitting on the tripod, and I've got my camera on my other tripod now, and I've got this one packed up because we went on a little bit of a trip into the mountains over the weekend, and well, I always bring this one with me because it's nice and lightweight. So the Amazon Basics tripod is a tiny little tripod. It does not extend very far out. I think it has a 50-inch maximum, but you've got these clever little locks here that allow you to extend the legs. They are plastic and kind of cheapy feeling. The entire thing is made out of aluminum and plastic. It definitely feels lightweight and cheap. It's great for travel. It's great for backpacking. And no, this video is not sponsored by Amazon. That would be cool. But as you can see, it comes in this cool grayish kind of coppery color. It pops up there, and for the full extension, that's about as big as it is. So that's it, completely outspread and set down. You have your knob here that controls your up and down motion. You have a single level bubble right here, so you can make sure you're level at least in the tilt and forward and backward moment. You also have a swivel, so you can swivel it around and move it about as you need to, and then you can actually tilt your camera. Otherwise, with that knob right there, there's not a lot to this tripod. You can lock the neck down here, or you can bring it down further and lock it there. So it has a lot of flexibility in height, because again, you have these plastic locks. You can kind of set these at whatever height you need them at. So let's say you're shooting on uneven ground, or you're doing some landscape photography. You set the legs at different lengths. Keep yourself level, even if you're on uneven ground, or there's some holes in the ground, or anything along those lines. That way you can continue to be level no matter what kind of photography you're doing. Again, I've had this tripod here for about 2 years. It's mostly for travel or shooting these videos. I don't like breaking my big tripod out unless I absolutely have to, and for this video I had to, so that you guys could watch me play with this tripod, and I wasn't reviewing it as you couldn't see it. And again, you can find this on Amazon for about $17 or $18. I will put a link down below so that you guys can go ahead and grab one yourselves. So what are some positives about this tripod? Positives of this tripod is it's extremely light. It folds up very compactly. As you can see, it comes with that little nice bag, so you can take it with you. You can strap it to the side of your camera bag, or you can just pack it away and be ready to go. Another thing I do, I have a second one of these that I actually keep in my car at all times, because you never really know when you're gonna need a tripod when you're out and about. I usually have a camera with me, and I don't always pack the tripod with me, so I usually keep a second one because they're so cheap in my car. Also, the versatility of it, it does have some movements. It doesn't have as many movements as like the ball head on my 4x5 camera here, or even the tripod that my camera's on now. It doesn't have quite as many movements as those, but this one has really good basic movements for doing outdoor photography, nightscapes, long exposure, landscape photography if you're using an ND filter or anything along those lines. And for its price, you can't beat it. Tripods can get really expensive. Some of the tripods at Best Buy are upwards to $500-600. Some of the really good landscape photography tripods that are made out of carbon fiber run $1,500 to $2,000. But as we like to talk about budget equipment on this channel, I figured I would break out this little Amazon Basics one and show you guys that you don't need to spend a lot of money to have a sturdy platform. Now, what are some of the cons? So I did say that being lightweight was a pro. Well, being lightweight is also a con. When you're shooting outside with this one, You really have to worry about wind because it is a lighter tripod. It does not have the hook on the bottom for you to add a weight to it to try to hold it in place and hold it steady. Another problem that I have with this is they're cheap. I have broke one before. I had one probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I dropped it and it broke the plastic lock up here that actually locks your camera in place. And the last thing is it's not always sturdy. I cannot use this tripod if I'm using a bigger lens. So like my 10 to 20, which we did a review on right there, that one is okay. If I'm using a large like 50 to 400 millimeter telescoping lens or something like this tripod right here won't cut it. It's too small and the base isn't wide enough. So those are my cons for this and my pros. So I'm gonna give that a 10. We rate everything on 10. With the level I'm at right now, and as often as I'm actually using a tripod to shoot, I don't actually take this one out as often anymore. Again, it's really for travel and hiking anymore. I use my bigger tripod when I'm actually shooting in the studio or if I'm doing any serious landscape or nightscape photography, just because it's sturdier. So where I'm at right now, I'd probably give this, 5 or 6 out of 10. But for a beginner photographer, someone just getting into photography who doesn't want to spend a lot of money or doesn't have the budget to really go out and buy a more expensive tripod, this thing is fantastic. I would give it a 7 or 8 for a beginner photographer, just because you're getting into it, you're learning, you're trying new things, and you have less of a budget. Maybe you're not doing as much stuff with longer telescoping lenses, or you're not doing a lot of the really dark photography or the photography that requires a lot of stability in a windy area. If you're just doing this to do some basic real estate or some basic family portraits in a studio or outside on a nice day, definitely I would give it 7 or 8 stars. For a beginner photographer on a budget, just getting into it, this is a fantastic purchase. I definitely recommend getting one. Like I said, I have 2 of them. One of them stays in the car at all times. The other one is my travel companion for hiking, camping. Anytime we go out of town, that's the one I bring because my big one is, well, it takes up a lot more space. But the big one is generally what I use when I'm shooting outside or if I'm in the studio doing some more creative work, like this one right here was done with my bigger tripod. And the reason for that is I just want more stability, and a lot of my creative artistic work that I'm doing, I require some odd angles that this head won't give me, that my larger one will. But if you're just getting out and you're just doing some basic photography, trying to learn, trying to figure things out, I definitely recommend getting one of these Amazon Basics. And if you already have a nice tripod, you're in the same boat I am, where it's kind of a bigger tripod, you don't like lugging it around everywhere, this is a great little backup or primary hiking tripod because it's, again, it's super lightweight, it doesn't take a lot of space, and you can easily attach it to your camera bag without having to worry about it jutting out or being too big or getting in your way, because really this thing, when it's on my camera bag, I don't even notice it. I don't even think it weighs a full pound. So you guys have it, my quick Amazon Basics tripod review. This video is late, again, I'm sorry, and it probably would have been a little bit longer. It probably would have been a little bit longer, we would have gone outside with it, but again, it's midterms week, so I am deep in midterms and deep in studying. But I want to thank you guys again so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and share the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Teespring. I got some new shirts up there, specifically photography minded. Eat, sleep, shoot, repeat, and keep calm and shutter on. I will also put those designs right here so you guys can take a look at them, and put my thing down at the bottom. We are over 340 subscribers. At 500 subscribers, I'm giving away a Jolly Look camera, so make sure you guys are subscribed, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye!